Hello everybody and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. Today we are going to be doing another restoration job, project, whatever you want to call it, on another mod vehicle out of the workshop. As usual, I will be including a link to it down in the description. This one is actually going to be a 77 F250, and the specific model that we're working with is a pre-runner. So we got this out of the junkyard. Looks like crap. It's rusty everywhere, and it's got some really nice stabilizer bars all around here. I like that. That looks really good. Nice big mirror. So today we are going to be restoring this thing. The one thing that I noticed about this truck that I don't really like is the fact that it has a factory engine of a DOHC, a dual overhead cam supercharged engine. I'm not saying those didn't exist back in the day, but I have a one carb OHV built for it. I had another F250. If you watched any of the last two videos that I put out, I had a different F250 in here. I decided to switch over to this one, or a much smaller one. It was a lifted variant, but I decided to switch over to a smaller one. So this is the engine that will go in that truck. So let's go ahead and get this started. We are gonna first move everything over to car lifter A is where this is all at. I have a few project cars in here that I'm working on right now, so don't mind them. Got the Taurus SHO, and then of course the drag car. Doing some fine-tuning adjustments to the performance tune we have on it now. So let's go ahead and use our welder here. We don't want to move equipment. We're going to use equipment to repair the rust, and then of course detail the interior. And of course I didn't take any of the body paneling off. We're going to go and do that now. So the rear clamshell is the entire bed, basically. Well, this thing doesn't really have a bed. So. Looks like we just have a headlight. Anything else? Any windows on this thing? Nope. I guess that's it. So let's go ahead and, I don't want to get in it. We can take a look at the interior. Holy cow, that's a lot of buttons on the center console there. Wow, there's a fire extinguisher in here. Is this thing running nitrous or something? Holy cow. Start the car. Yep, nothing's gonna happen. This thing doesn't have an engine in it, practically. Alright, normal mode, let's get out. What I was trying to do is go into the interior disassemble here and remove the seat and the steering wheel. And that is what we have just done. So, normal mode. Alright, this thing is now disassembled. Let's go ahead and put the welder back, and then the interior detailing kit back, and then we will repair truck bed step side cutout. Well, that's cool, they have those labeled. And then of course we will sell everything in here, as we will just be replacing it all at the end of the day anyway. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to go ahead and get this thing up on the lift. As this is a mod car, obviously the lift is not going to be in the correct location, nor will parts be in the correct location. So right off the bat, we're going to get these tires done. I like the tire size we have on there now. So I'm going to keep that. I might change the tire design, but the size will stay the same. I also like the rims that are on there, so we're going to keep those as well. But we're going to go ahead and get all four tires off of the rims, and then we're going to repair the rims and put new tires on. Really bad star pattern there. Doesn't matter taking off, I don't think. But going back on, you definitely want to make sure you follow the star pattern. Alright. So we got to come over here to our tire changer. Separate some parts. These are rim retro 07s. I might change the rims. Let me go ahead and go to the rim shop. Well, let's take a minute and go to the rim shop. I completely forgot my keybind to get there. Alright, rim shop. So we're looking for something that'll look good on a truck. Also depends on how I want to have this thing colored. Let's see here. What are we going to put on there? What are we going to put on there? If they had something like this that was a little smaller, like the spokes were a little bit smaller, I would use that. I mean, these are Rim Classic 18s, right? Is that what we're working with? Rim Retro 7. We're going to go Rim Classic 18. So let me go ahead and get all this taken apart here. I'll work on side. Looks like it's going to be 18-inch rims, so Yeah, so we're gonna go 18-inch rims on this. We're gonna go Rim Classic 18. 18B has a little bit of a, I guess maybe a darker color on the inside of the rim there. I mean, from 20 bucks versus to 180. Or we could put F350. We could put F350 rims in there. We're gonna go ahead and go with the Rim Classic 18. So we need 18-inch, and we need 4 of them, which is gonna be almost 500 bucks. Not too bad. So we've got our rims. Just gotta keep separating our tires. What is our tire size? We've got 305 60 18s. Let's go ahead and pick those up. So we got 305 60 18. We're gonna go ahead and go with off-road tires. So we got 4. 18-inch, we got 305, and our profile is gonna be 60. So there's our 4 tires. We have our tires and our rims for this truck now. And we will repair the ones that we currently have, the old ones, and we'll see if we can sell those for little extra money. I believe that was the last one. That was the last one. All right, so we're going to install the 18-inch rims on the new tires. Oh, I guess we had the same style of tires before. I just put it on there because it has more tread. And we are going to start the wheel balancer because that takes forever to do. So we don't need to separate, we need to install. So yeah, we have an engine pre-built for this thing already. So all we need to do is, as always, overhaul the front and rear suspension and then install everything, do exhaust, all that good stuff. Same process that it's always been. Install. Get this installed here. While we're doing that, let's come over here to the repair bench and see if we can repair any rims. Looks like we're only able to repair 2 rims, and we managed to successfully repair them. And I got stuck on this stupid cardboard box. Would love to know what's in that cardboard box. It's so important that it has to sit right there. Install. Looks like we have, this is the last wheel. We gotta put a tire on, then we have to balance it. We gotta balance, I think, 2 more. Obviously, we couldn't repair these. Let's go and sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that, and sell that. Oh, I put the wrong rim on there. That's just nice. What happens when you don't sell the rims? Nothing to work with, so that means we have balanced everything except for this tire. Take, install. So, we're not using the Rim Retro 7s, we're using the Classics. So, that is what we want. There we go. We can sell these 3 things right here. And then put this on the wheel balancer. Alright, so after this, we are going to get right to work. This is a really exposed suspension. This is going to be really simple to work on. Not that it isn't already simple. So, let's go ahead and put these wheels in the warehouse. We're going to go and put them in the project parts. And there they will join the current rims for the front tires on the drag car. So let's go ahead and start on the rear suspension. Drop that fuel tank right off the bat. And then we'll start disassembling stuff. So this is a little bit of a different rear suspension than you would expect. There is no leaf spring back here, which is not surprising because this is a mod car. And we have to remove that leaf spring plate. What do we have to... Oh, there's a bushing. That's why. There we go. Alright. Yeah, so normally on the truck suspensions you would see a leaf spring. But this one's got an independent rear suspension for the most part. I mean, solid axle, rear axle. Drive shaft does not look distorted. That's good. Halfway done with the rear. Let's go ahead and move over to this side. And not forget this little bushing here. Turn the screen a little more. Yeah, you can see that that fire extinguisher from here. Then we got to get this little assembly here in order to get the rear drive axle. So that is the rear suspension disassembled. Let me go ahead and save my game real quick. Let me go ahead and repair bench as much as we can. Spam click is literally all I'm doing here. And it looks like we broke like 2 things from that entire thing. I guess, I don't know. Oh well, we gotta replace stuff anyway, so. Alright, I believe that we do need a coil spring rear drive axle, so we're gonna go to the parts notes and we're gonna add that to the list. And in order to go any further than that, we actually have to put that in there, so we need to go buy that right now. Get out of the tire shop here, go to the main shop. Coil spring rear drive axle. Alright, we got a rear axle knuckle housing seat. We're gonna need 2 of those, so let me add 2 of those to the list. We already added the fuel tank. We already know we're gonna need 2 of these, so I'll add 2 of these to the list here. What about spring caps? We managed to repair 1 spring cap. I just backed out. Whoops. I meant to go to the parts notes here. So we need a spring cap. We're gonna need springs, so let me go ahead and throw 2 springs on there, and then pretty sure the actual cap, we're gonna need something. All right. What about solid axle control arms? We managed to repair those. I am very surprised. What about leaf springs? Managed to repair those as well. How about leaf spring U-bolts? Oh my goodness! Wow, that level 50 feet being lucky is really paying off. We're gonna need 2 of these bushings here, so let's go ahead and add those. How about a drive shaft? We don't need a drive shaft. Good. Okay. Well, I do believe we have enough stuff to buy at this point, as far as I know. All right, main shop. I was already in the main shop. I don't know why I just exited that. Okay. Let's pull up our shopping list. We do not need a coil spring rear drive axle. We need a fuel tank. We will pick up a fuel pump at the exact same time because they will go together. We need rear axle. Without the slash there. Rear axle knuckle housing C. We're going to need 2 of those. Rear shock absorber B. Slash. We're going to need 2 of these. I know that. So it's kind of good that we got that. Shock absorber B. Yep. And we're going to need a spring cap. Spring cap. What else do we need here? 2 rear springs. There. And then a rubber bushing, or 2 rubber bushings, excuse me. And those are going to be regular rubber bushings. Okay. So that should be most of the rear suspension. Obviously, we need a wheel hub 3. So let me go ahead and pull this up. Let me go ahead and clear the list. Your wheel hub 3 on there. How about axles? We need a solid rear drive axle. Of course, we're gonna need brakes, so we'll get that at the end. Is that the rear clamshell up there? No, that is a... Oh, that's a radiator. Did not see that. Jump up here and get the fuel pump installed. And we'll jump down here and finish up this side of the suspension. That's done. Obviously, except for brakes. Keep forgetting that I can hit my enter key instead of having to move my mouse. It should speed it up if... Should speed it up slightly if it does at all. Alright, here's our other rubber bushing here. Rear axle knuckle housing C, and then we have a leaf spring plate. It's been a long time since I've been able to repair a leaf spring plate and U-bolt set completely. Well, we gotta buy that. I don't think we've bought that yet. Yeah, we gotta go to the shop here. We gotta buy a wheel hub 3 here. And a solid rear drive axle. Okay. And then brakes, I'm going to go and jump into my inventory here just after I do this. If it'll let me, is it going to let me pull them? It's not letting me pull them in inventory. We'll have to use this little wheel. So, we've got one set of caliper and cylinders done. So we're going to need a set of brake calipers and cylinders. Okay, so let's go to brakes. We're going to need 2 brake discs, 2 brake pads, and then a caliper and cylinder. Okay, that side's done. Go ahead and jump over here. All right. What am I forgetting? I feel like I'm forgetting something. I think that's it, other than the, obviously other than the drive shaft. So let's go ahead and drop out of here. We'll put the wheels on at the very end. That's right, I was forgetting a radiator. Can I put that in from down here? No, it's accessible from the engine bay. So when I do the engine bay stuff, I will get that. So, save my game. See if we can repair anything we cannot. Let's clean the inventory out of junk. Actually, we need to keep that drive shaft, so let's go ahead and put it in the warehouse over here in the project parts section. If I can find it. Alright, now we can clear inventory. Let's just do one more sweep, make sure that there's nothing else in here that we need. Nope, that is it. Go ahead and sell parts. An 89% should do the trick. And we get to do the exact same thing to the front suspension, so get started on it. Just the front steering knuckle. Alright, that is the entire front suspension. Go ahead and save the game. And come over here to the repair bench and see what we can repair. Which right off the bat, we're already losing stuff, so... Okay. What do we lose? A lot of things. What are we looking at for steering knuckles? Alright, let's go and open up our parts list. Delete from list. Put the good one in. Front steering knuckle C, is that what we're working with? Yeah. Let's go add that to the parts list. Let's see if we need an axle knuckle cover. We do. Add that to the list. What about a bottom suspension arm? We do not need those, but we are going to need bushings. We're going to need upper suspension arm. I know I'll leave the upper suspension arm up there. I know I'm going to need bushings, so I should easily be able to remember to buy those. We have a steering rack, and then of course we need our tie rods, so I'll just add 2 inner tie rods, and I'll remember to buy the outer tie rods at the same exact time. Other than that, we actually have to go to the store to buy stuff in order to do any more assembly. So let me go ahead and get out of this menu and go into this one. Open up the shopping list. Front steering knuckle C. Front axle knuckle cover. We need one of those. We need upper suspension arm. And then we are going to need the bushings for that. So, I don't think we had a cross-member support for this truck. So I only need 8 bushings this time around. Front saw. Front sway bar and link Bs. I need 2 of those. Or, no. Crap, I bought the wrong thing. I need one of these. Let's pray that I needed 2 of those. And then in and out of tie rods. And that is all that I know we need for now. Yes, we bought the right part. Holy cow, it was the best mistake I've made in this game so far. Let's get the shock absorbers here. I don't know how I forgot about those. Double wishbone shock absorber. We need 2 front springs and then we need a cap. Front shock absorber cap. There we go. Okay. So we'll get those on the spring compressor tool here momentarily. Front wheel hub. We're going to need one of those. Let's clean the shopping list out because we have already purchased what we need. Let's add this in. Parts notes, brake disc ventilator. Obviously that was the wrong part, whatever. We are gonna need some wheel hub bearings as well. Front wheel hub, we need to add one of those to the list. That's what I was trying to do initially, but it didn't work. Okay, upper suspension arm. Add in our bushings and part. That looks good. We are going to go ahead and come over here to the spring compressor and or spring puller, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to join these new parts together and then install them. So I mean, we're almost done. I mean, we got front suspension, then removing the transmission, or at least disconnecting it from the engine block, and then pulling the old engine out, putting the new engine in. Hopefully we can replace or repair that transmission. If not, we'll just have to buy a new one. And then it's just engine-based stuff. Body paneling, the paint shop, which I'm going to test, hopefully, my new method of not having my game have a huge frame hit at a paint shop will work. I'm going to test it out in this video. So, what am I doing here? I'm completely confused. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, where am I working here? That happens when I try to do two things at once. When I try to talk, do something, I can only do one. I don't know if it's just me, but anyway. That is what we need to do. We need to go to the shop. Let's go ahead and assemble what we can here. And then we'll go to the shop for one final purchase. I'll check and see what brake parts I need. Obviously, I'm going to need the rotors and brake pads, but we might be able to get away with not having to buy calipers. We'll find out here momentarily. Upper suspension arm. Let's go ahead and get our brake stuff. Then we need 2 wheel hub bearings and then a front wheel hub, which we can probably pick up right here on the same screen. Works for me. And we're gonna need hubcaps. I had a feeling we were gonna need those. We can buy those on the same screen too. And that is amazing. We did not have to purchase any brake caliper parts. We had everything completely repaired. And what are we missing? Ah, I know what we're missing. Wheel hub cap and the bearing. There we go. Now we can put the wheels on. Okay. Let's go and save our game. Check to see if there's anything to repair. There is not, so let's go ahead and sell off what we have here in our inventory. Make sure there's nothing that we need, which there is nothing we need, so we can go ahead and sell off the inventory. And let's get the wheels put on and get this thing down to the ground. The next thing we're going to do, actually before we put the wheels on, let me go ahead and pull the transmission out. Because the next thing we're doing is put the engine in. There we go. All right, so we'll just... Do I have that on there? Yes, I've got clutch parts and stuff on there. Okay, so can we repair our transmission? That is the next question we have. Oh, that was beautiful. Insta repair from 28% to 100. That's the where's the toolbox? Where's the toolbox? Right here. That is this right here. Good to be lucky in action. I honestly don't know what this does. I've never actually, I mean, I've done some research on it, but I've never actually extensively looked up to see what it does. So, but I have a feeling that what just happened to the repair bench is part of it. So, what I was about to say before I repaired that was I may have to change the transmission because the engine is a different engine. It's a swap. I may have to change the transmission as well. So we might actually need to buy a transmission for this truck. But let's find out here. So now that we've repaired the transmission, which we're actually probably going to have to replace it because it's a V8 transmission and I don't think it'll work on an overhead valve. So let's go to project parts. We need the Rim Classic 18s. Let's grab the drive shaft as well here. And let's put the wheels on. Take a step back. That looks really good. I wish I could paint the rims. I've said it in so many videos. I would love to be able to paint stuff. Because then everything I built would have blacked out rims. I'd build it with like tinted headlights, tinted taillights, blacked out rims. You know, I'd pretty much base all my projects around that. So we got this last one right here, and then they're all on. Not bad. Okay. Let's bring the engine down to the vehicle down here, and just let it sit there. We'll bring our engine crane over to car lifter A. We'll go ahead and pull this engine off the stand. Pull that engine out. And then install the V8 1-carb OHV into the engine bay. And we'll move this out of the way so I can take a gander inside my engine bay. That looks a little bit better. That engine kind of fits the era a lot better. And while we're here, let's go ahead and work on the engine bay stuff. So obviously, we know that the radiator is in the back of the vehicle, so we're going to have to go back there to do that. But let's go ahead and put the battery on the charger. And I just had a brake servo, I believe, is all I had that I pulled out. Yeah. There's another almost insta repair there. Let me go ahead and throw the brake servo back in. Is there an air filter element in this truck? I do not see one, and of course there's no battery to work with because it's all over here. Battery charger. Take the battery from the charger. I wish that the battery charger was over here. Like in this area with all my workbenches and stuff. I wish that's where it was. It would be so much easier. I wouldn't have to run all the way across the dang shop to get to it. Better yet, I could just do all my repairs on that car lift, but then I'd have to come all the way over here to repair stuff. Let's go ahead and sneak back here if I can. I don't know if it's going to let me. There we go. So this is just a radiator A. Good old classic radiator putting back here. And of course, you need to have a fan housing. Almost forgot about that. Go ahead and just spam enter. Okay, so that is the radiator setup, which looks really good. I gotta admit, that's a pretty good placement for it. It fits. Kind of sits right. What is there something blocking me from walking here? I guess the the model probably extends out here. That's why I can't move there. Yeah, it's a good placement for it. It fits. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the transmission in. Like I said before, I'm most likely going to have to actually buy a brand new transmission for this. Yep, we're going to have to buy an overhead valve. Not a problem, not a problem. Which is, we could have just typed in gearbox, or we could just go to gearbox, and then we have to search for it, but it's a V8 overhead valve. There we go, right there. And then we got to get a starter. And we can go get our... Did we get our drive shaft out? We did. Let's go ahead and throw the drive shaft in. Actually, I need to reposition my camera because if you don't, you cannot access the other 4 bolts. Not bad. All right. Starter, V8. We need one of them. I'm sitting there like, how many do I need? How many starters do you need to start a vehicle? All right, we need 2 front exhaust pipe V8Cs. Pipe V8. Well, this thing doesn't have a exhaust all the way back. Kind of goes out to the side. That is awesome. And then we need 2 rear muffler Ds. I just saw it. Oh, there it is. I like the creativity in this mod, just because of the fact that the exhaust comes out. I've never seen a mod vehicle that does that, so props to you, mod creator, for doing that. That's awesome. And obviously, mod car, these aren't going to line up, but, you know. I like that. Yeah, that looks really good. So, let me save my game. Did I get my battery off the charger? I did get the battery. Let's go ahead and bring this thing down to the ground, and we need to do body panels and interior. And then we got to go to the paint shop. So let me go ahead and open up my inventory. Obviously, we have this old V8 gearbox, and then we have the DOHC supercharged. I am gonna throw it in here for now. I don't know if I'll do anything with it. I don't have any builds that I want to do. They use the supercharged dual red cam. Okay, so let me go ahead and just check the car status here, see if there's anything that we're missing. I believe at this point it is just going to be the interior. Yep, it is just going to be interior and license plates and exterior. So, keep forgetting I can't go to the shop on that pie menu. Let's go to the Community Cars body shop, and we're going to search for Ford F250 without the slash at the end of it. Okay, this is where we can have a little bit of fun. We have a lot of different options for lights and mirrors. Oh, we could go blacked out. Okay, we're gonna have some fun with this. First and foremost, let's see if this window with a roll bar will fit. I'm hoping it will. Look at that. That looks good. This is going to be a fun little project. We're going to keep this. We're not getting rid of this. We're going to take this to the off-road track is what we're going to do. Alright, we've already got the window back done, so we don't have to worry about that. We have a window front. We are obviously going to put the running lights on there. Front bumper. Oh, we have got some good... front bumper D is where we're going. Front end, which one do we want to go with? Probably, I mean, they all say Ford. Oh, we're going with that one. And then this one's got like a nice little black trim around the windows. We're definitely going to go with that. It's race is what it is. So we're going to go race on the rest of it. Vented, do we want to, no, I don't think we want a vented hood. We're just going to go stock. Blacked out headlights, blacked out mirrors, blacked out taillights. Rear bumper's gonna be blacked out. Truck bed, step side cut out. What do we want to have? Hard cover. No, we don't want to have a hard cover. I mean, let's go ahead and go. Let's try stock. And then the rear, we already have the rear window. We need that. Stock and black. Okay, well, let's go that one. I don't know. I've never built this before. There's a lot of parts. We're gonna have to just do trial and error here. Assemble mode. Let's just go ahead and start assembling. Oh man, this thing's gonna look good. I'm already loving this thing. Front bumper. Oh yeah, this thing looks really good. It's gonna look even better when we paint it. I'm probably gonna paint this one white. Or maybe like a tan. Probably gonna definitely paint it tan or white. Oh, we'll figure it out. Alright, let's close the hood. Go back to assemble mode. We still have to do interior. So here is the truck bed stock. Probably should have left the that back part of the bed open, but anyway, I'm not too concerned. It moved away. I was wondering why I couldn't put the doors on. I didn't buy windows. I'm a genius. Front right door window, and did I buy a left door? No, I didn't buy windows. So front right and front left door window. I skipped those. Front right, front left. Now, this truck's gonna look good. All right, so we've got all of that done. Let me go and get license plates on it. What are we going with today for plates? Let's see here. What have I not done? I haven't done a lot of things. Let's see here. I've done Texas. Texas would be perfect to put this on there. Let's put a playaway plate on there. Yeah, let's put a playaway plate. I don't know any good text to put on this thing. But let's put the game, the people who made this game possible. Give them a little bit of screen time here. I don't think I can put a rear plate on it. I can. Where would it go? Is it gonna go under? Let me lift this up a little bit here. Yeah, oh, it's gonna go right there. It's barely sticking out. I didn't see that. Okay, normal mode, drop that down. Yeah, so they'll get the front plate. You can barely even see the text on it. Oh well. Okay. So, let's go into interior and then I'm gonna test out my paint shop trick. So we need to go into interior disassemble, then interior assemble. We need front seats. What does this thing have in it by default here? It's got seat 11 fabric A's. Interior shop. Seat 11 fabric A. We're gonna put something different in it. Let's see here. What are we gonna put in there? Something that looks like it'd be out of a truck. I mean, like maybe seat 2 leather D. And then steering wheel, we'll put something. What did it have? Steering wheel 8. What did it have in there from the factory here? Or at least from the junkyard, not the factory. It's either 8 or 6, I can't see. Let's see here. Steering wheel 6. Oh dear, we're gonna have to put a different steering wheel on there. These are obviously for other vehicles that are not Ford. We could put an F350 steering wheel in there. You know, let's put a GT40 steering wheel in there. It's at least Ford. Oh no, it says GT40 on it. Never mind. Okay, we can't do that. Obviously can't put this in because this is like future technology this truck did not have. Okay, we're putting this in. Just had to pick one. All right, the interior is done. Let me go ahead and put some oil in the engine real quick before I forget to do that. Taper off at the very end here until it, there we go, until it starts to spill out. All right, let's go and I actually want to see how this thing sounds. Let me go ahead and move this over to garage entrance A. Here's the interior now with everything repaired. And let's start the car. Sounds familiar. Sounds like every other car. Okay, we're gonna go get, here's what we're gonna do. Can we turn off the car? No. Just gotta get out. We're gonna go to the passenger side. I wanna know what the heck this thing is over here. So let me sit in the passenger seat. That is clearly a fire extinguisher. This is very clearly, I don't know what this is. I'm not a motor person. I should probably know what that is. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to get this over to the paint shop and I will actually catch you guys here in just a second. Let me go and move that over there and get this started. Alright, thanks to the magic of editing, we are here at the off-road track. I went ahead and just completely cut out the paint part. Hopefully the frame rate didn't get affected. into this part. But anyway, let me go ahead and just drive around this thing. Let's see how it handles out here. Let's go ahead and floor it. Bouncy suspension. Got some bumps. Nice. It handles really well. And there we go down the cliff. Oh, and we just bottomed out. Go ahead and drive around a little bit. I wish I could change my camera angle a little bit better. It's too low for my liking. Let's go ahead and drive it through here. Got a lot of bumps. See how it handles over these. Maybe we'll bottom out again. Oh, man. Can we get stuck? Nope. The old traction. Alright, let's see how it drives along these. Let's see if we can get up on them. Like, oh, it's not even going to let us get up on them. Take this truck through its paces. Nice. Got some rocks. Not a problem for this truck. More bumps. Man, I'm loving this. Last time I was here was with the Dodge Grand Caravan, and it didn't do so well. And we may have just gotten ourselves stuck here. Nope, we didn't. Never mind. We're probably hitting something before we go over that. I'm assuming we're hitting the steering rack. That's what we're doing. Alright, let's see if this thing can get up the hill here. I don't think it can. I don't think it has enough traction to do that. Let's see if we can gain a little speed before we go up. Oh, so close. Let's give it one more shot. Let's try from the other side. I need a little bit of speed. Just do a little bit of off-roading here, off the track, off the beaten track, and just slam our rear fender into the into that rock. All right. Let me see if I can back up over here. Let's give it a shot, shall we? I have a feeling these rocks are going to screw with us here. Yeah, dang it. Maybe we can squeeze right through there. Let's try that. Try from right here. Thread the needle here. There we go. We made it. King of the hill. There we go. This truck looks amazing. So that side is way too steep. So this, from now on, if we have to attempt to get up here with any vehicle, we're going to use this side. But let's go ahead and go down now. Nice. Hope I could drift this thing. I don't know the e-brake button. So anyway. Alright guys, that is going to conclude this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and a comment. Consider subscribing to my channel. And I will see you guys in the next Car Mechanic Simulator video. Take care.